Welcome to the Oracle Drop of this week, the Divine CEO frequencies. And today we are going to talk about the first frequency, that is receiving. And before we start this transmission, I invite you for the opening invocation. Take a slow breath. Allow your shoulders to soften. Bring your awareness back into your body. As we enter this divine CEO frequency, I invite divine love, divine wisdom, and the loving intelligence of the Akashic field to illuminate exactly what your soul is ready to remember. May this transmission reveal the identity you are ready to stabilize and the leader you are ready to become. Taking one more deep breath and simply receive. Most people believe receive is about money, but it isn't. Receiving is your willingness to allow life to support you. Many women and men don't struggle because they are working hard enough. They struggle because somewhere along the way they learned that receiving had to be earned. So they become excellent at giving, excellent at proving, excellent at carrying everything alone, while quietly resisting the very support their soul has been asking for. Today's divine CEO frequency is receiving. Receiving is not passive. Receiving is leadership. Receiving is leadership. Because every leader eventually reaches a point where the next level can no longer be built through effort alone. It must also be built through openness. The divine CEO understands something many people never realize. What you refuse to receive, you eventually struggle to sustain. I'll repeat this. What you refuse to receive, you eventually struggle to sustain. Money, support, love, opportunities, rest, guidance, compliments, expansion. If your nervous system still believes receiving creates debt or weakness or dependence, you will unconsciously reject what you've been praying for. Not because you don't desire it, because it doesn't yet feel safe and normal. Receiving isn't about becoming lazy. It's about becoming available. Receiving becomes distorted when your identity believes that worth must be earned. It can look like overgiving, hyper independence, proving your value, feeling guilty when someone helps you, struggling to delegate, rejecting compliments, constantly doing instead of allowing, believing rest must be deserved, and feeling uncomfortable charging what your work is worth. The shadow isn't greed. The shadow of receiving is believing you must exhaust yourself before you are allowed to receive. The divine CEO no longer measures their worth by how much they sacrifice. They understand that receiving is an act of stewardship. They allow people to contribute. They welcome support. They prize their work with integrity. They receive appreciation without minimizing themselves. They receive money without guilt. They receive ideas without doubting them. They receive rest without apologizing. And they understand that what flows in can only continue flowing out. So, spiritual leader, the question is no longer, can I receive? But the question becomes, can receiving become normal? Identity stabilizes through repetition. Each time you allow support instead of proving, you stabilize a new identity. Each time you receive without guilt, you teach your nervous system it is safe. And then it becomes normal. Because receiving is no longer an event, it becomes your way of living. Every business eventually reaches a point where effort becomes a ceiling. The leaders who continue expanding are not always the ones working the hardest. They are the ones who have earned to receive. Receive partnerships, referrals, investments, team support, inspired ideas, strategic opportunities, and abundance. The divine CEO understands that sustainable leadership requires circulation. I'll repeat that. The divine CEO understands that sustainable leadership requires circulation. Nothing grows by only giving. The divine CEO standard is, I no longer prove my worth before allowing myself to receive. Repeat, I no longer prove my worth before allowing myself to receive. Receiving is no longer a reward, it's the natural expression of my identity. So let's go for the embodiment practice. Today, notice every moment you instinctively want to say, "No, it's okay. I've got it. I don't want to bother anyone. I can do everything by myself." Instead, I invite you to pause and take one long breath. Allow someone to support you. Receive the compliment. Accept the help. Let someone open the door. Allow life to contribute to you without immediately trying to repay it. And at the end of the day, write down 3 things you received that you normally would have dismissed or minimized. Now the reflection questions. Where in my life and business do I still believe I must earn the right to receive? What emotion arises in my body when someone genuinely supports me? What opportunities might I be blocking because receiving still feels unfamiliar? If I fully trusted life to support me, what would I stop forcing? What would the divine CEO version of me allow themselves to receive today? Your soul affirmation. I receive with gratitude, wisdom, and integrity. I allow life to support the mission my soul came here to fulfill. Receiving is safe. Receiving is sacred. Receiving is comfortable. Receiving is normal. Receiving is natural. Receiving expands my capacity to lead. Spiritual leader, take one slow breath and place one hand over your heart and ask yourself quietly, what have I been praying for that I have not yet allowed myself to receive? Stay with whatever arises. Because sometimes abundance is not waiting for you to work harder. Sometimes it's waiting for you to unclench your hands, to soften your grip, to trust that life is no longer asking you to carry everything alone. The divine CEO is not the one who gives the most. It's the one who allows the full circulation of life to move through them. And today, practice receiving. Not because you have earned it, but because it's already your birthright. Wow. If this frequency resonated with you, don't let it remain an insight. Make it a practice. So, share in the comments. What is one thing you are choosing to receive more fully this week? Then continue the conversation inside Align to Thrive, where each week we stabilize one divine CEO frequency through reflection, embodiment, and leadership integration. Because transformation doesn't happen when you understand a frequency. It happens when you become the one who lives it. I love you. I thank you.